Let's start honestly. Most people live with the feeling that happiness is somewhere ahead. Not now, not here, but later. When I become better, smarter, calmer, more confident. When I finally fix myself. And this idea sounds reasonable, even healthy. We were taught this from a very young age. Improve yourself, and life will reward you. Change yourself, and happiness will come. But here's something strange. Time passes. You actually do change. You read books, watch videos, work on yourself, achieve things, and happiness doesn't arrive. Or it comes for a moment and disappears. And then a new thought appears. I guess I'm still not good enough. I need to improve more. This is the part almost no one talks about. Trying to become better often doesn't bring happiness closer. It quietly pushes it further away. Not because growth is bad, but because of the place it comes from. Let's make this very simple. Imagine a child who learns that love is conditional. You're good when you behave. You're worthy when you try harder. You're accepted when you meet expectations. That child draws a very logical conclusion. Something is wrong with me as I am. To be loved, I need to be different. That conclusion doesn't disappear in adulthood. It just changes its language. As an adult, it sounds like, I'll be happy when I become better. And so begins an endless self-improvement race. Not from joy, not from curiosity, but from a quiet feeling of inner defect. Here's the paradox. When you try to become better from the belief, I'm not enough, every step forward reinforces that belief. Even if your life improves externally, internally you stay in a constant state of dissatisfaction with yourself, and happiness cannot grow in that environment. Many people confuse growth with running away from themselves. Growth feels alive. It feels light. It comes from interest. Running away feels tense. It feels urgent. It comes from rejection of who you are right now, and that escape can last a lifetime. Notice how often happiness is postponed. I'll be happy when I lose weight, when I earn more, when I become confident, when I heal my trauma, when I finally fix myself. Happiness is always one step ahead of you, never here. Over time, you stop seeing yourself as a living person and start seeing yourself as a project, an endless renovation, something that always needs improvement. And when you live like that, you never feel at home inside yourself. Without that inner home, happiness never lasts. Here's something very important. Happiness is not a reward for becoming better. Happiness is a state that appears when you stop being at war with who you are right now. This doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you stop rejecting yourself along the way. Because while you reject your present self, you're not living. You're preparing to live. Different teachings have pointed to this in different words. Neville Goddard spoke about the state of I am. Joseph Murphy spoke about how the subconscious responds to acceptance, not criticism. Eastern philosophies speak about presence, but the message is the same. As long as you try to become worthy of happiness, you live in a state of unworthiness. So here's a simple question. What if there is nothing wrong with you? Not perfect, not ideal, just human, enough to live, to feel, to want more, without hating yourself for who you are now. Happiness doesn't come to those who became perfect. It comes to those who stopped trying to fix themselves out of fear. And when that pressure dissolves, growth becomes natural, gentle, and alive. Without the race, without the struggle, without the constant feeling of, I'm not there yet. If this resonates with you, you might want to listen to this video more than once. Some ideas don't land immediately. They settle slowly. And if you want to continue this conversation, subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about deep things in simple human language. And let me leave you with one final thought. You don't need to become better to be happy. Happiness begins the moment you allow yourself to be alive. And from there, anything is possible.